the 2K Sports pregame show.
Good evening, sports fans. This is 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny Smith. Tonight, it'll be the Memphis Grizzlies up against the Nets in Brooklyn. Checking out Brooklyn, they went 2-0 against this team last season, looking to continue that string of victories tonight. And the Brooklyn Nets, no control of their first-round pick until 2019. Makes it tough to execute a quick turnaround, Shaq, but they're trying.
Yeah, the front office has been getting creative. They're taking on big contracts to acquire valuable assets.
Well, they've done a great job recently of drafting late because it's tough. You know, late first-round picks, late second-round picks, those are guys you really have to do some homework on. But win or lose, these guys have played hard every single night.
What's a quick turnaround? But there, see, it makes it tough to execute. Quick turnaround. Quick turnaround.
Ernie, that's not quick.
We got new chairs.
That's not quick.
Here in the studio.
It's actually kind of slow turnaround.
Kevin Harlan's got the call.
From Brooklyn, New York, and the home of the Nets, we're broadcasting live from Barclays Center with Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony. This is Kevin Harlan. On the sidelines, we have David Aldridge reporting. For the Brooklyn Nets, they come into tonight's game after losing to the Jazz.
Yeah, they were able to keep it close for the most part, but you could just tell they were not in sync as a unit.
You knew they weren't playing well. They tried to make some adjustments. Those got countered. This just wasn't their night.
And let's go straight over to David Aldridge for a report before the tip-off. Hey, Dave.
Well, guys, the fallout from the Nets trade with the Celtics in 2013, of course, is still being felt all around the league, and GMs are very reluctant now to surrender first-round picks unless they receive major league talent in return. Nobody out there wants to be embarrassed, Kevin, on or off the floor.
Yeah, some lean years in Brooklyn, partially as a result of that transaction. David, as always, thank you. By this point in the season, Doris, certain teams have been hit hard by the injury bug, and the truth is the next man up, the next player up, can be easier said than done.
Oh, there's no doubt about it, Kevin. Sometimes it's not necessarily when the injury happens, it's who has the injury hit. So a all-star level player, an MVP caliber player, can't necessarily be replaced one for one. So sometimes you've got to make some schematic adjustments, and sometimes you've got to rely on the whole to pick up the one big star that's gone down.
I always thought, too, character is really revealed when you start losing a couple players to injury.
No doubt, Kevin.
Look at the opening lineup for the Memphis Grizzlies. Anderson at the small forward and Jackson at the 4. Conley out there with Garrett Temple, and it's Green in at the 5 down low. Now here's Anderson. Kept alive. Conley finds Green. Anderson outside. And yes, it's good. Anderson's got the game going with his first points of the game for the Grizzlies. And it's Russell with the ball. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. Stolen by Anderson. To the paint. Conley kicks to Green. And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Ref's calling it close already as he picks up a quick early foul.
First quarter of play, 1 minute played. Anderson against Fareed. There's the pass to Green. It's on target from the high post. Green's got his first bucket of the night. Here's LeVert. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Utah. Passes it to Russell. Over Jackson. And it's Russell missing.
Well, with the defense laying off him, you know he's going to pull the trigger. They're lucky he didn't burn him.
Anderson outside. From the stripe. No good that time. The Nets go the other way with it. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Memphis this season.
An interconference matchup. They faced these guys twice a season, and last year they took both games.
Now here is Conley. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Toronto.
And it was an unselfish night for him as well. He got plenty of assists to go along with all those points.
Why don't we take this chance now to show you the most active wing defenders in the league? These are this season's steals leaders. At small forward, fourth, Kyle Anderson.
I mean, if you're an opposing small forward, this could also be called a list of the league's most annoying players. I mean, they will be in your jersey all night when you're up against them.
Yeah, defense a huge point of emphasis for each of them. And it doesn't matter whether they're on the ball, as the steals suggest, or off the ball situations either. They are as active a group of defenders as you're going to see.
It's a hand on it. It's good on the putback.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by. Now here's Jackson. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Toronto.
And don't forget about the 2 blocks. He really changed the game for his team on the defensive side.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. And it's sent back by Russell. Pass to LeVert. Back to Russell. Pass to Fareed. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Left side, Anderson. Nice D from Russell. The Nets have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. To the left wing. The Nets working the ball around now. The game now all time.
Well, you like to see D'Angelo Russell work his way to the inside. Proves he has some touch in the paint.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis.
Well, I think you think of the Brooklyn Nets, and though there isn't a ton of wins, I do think you see this team moving in the right direction. Yes, they only had 28 wins, finished 12th overall, but the reality is, on a night-by-night basis, this team gives great effort in the face of adversity.
Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Jackson has the open look. Off target from three-point range. And so it's Russell with it. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. In the corner, Hollis Jefferson. Russell looking it over. That's tipped. Stolen by Michael Conley. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time.
Well executed. And then you love the strong finish.
Yes, you love that they're not settling for anything outside the paint. Excellent work getting right to the tin.
Now here's Allen. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. That puts them in the lead. Russell's got 5.
Well, it's key that you've got to maintain concentration throughout the game. And D'Angelo Russell, nice job in the catch and shoot.
Russell against Conley. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
I'll tell you, that's a graceful finish. Not just any old layup. The teardrop.
Russell kicks to Fareed. And there's the call on Garrett Temple. That's his first foul. Here's Hollis Jefferson. That one, no good. And the Grizzlies going the other way now. Inside, and the dunk by Jackson.
He's known as more steady than flashy, but that was a sensational pass by Conley. He can get fancy when he needs to.
And that unleashed chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Hover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play. Now here's Fareed. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. This offense has really been clicking.
And they know it, guys. They're playing right now with the kind of energy that is hard to deal with.
Dinwiddie's checked in for Brooklyn.
Substitution for the Nets, Spencer Dinwiddie.
Now off the inbound. Rebound, Brooklyn. Allen's got his 4th rebound in this one. Dinwiddie surveying the floor. Over in the corner, Allen. Right wing. Russell high post. 5 to shoot. Count the basket. Russell's got 7 points.
Well, you can see he's feeling it right now. Shots dropping from all over the place this quarter.
Outside, Green. Back to Conley. A floater, and it's good on the layup. Conley's got his 3rd basket of the night.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Dinwiddie passes to Allen. Russell with a wide open look. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Well, it's important that D'Angelo Russell keep making shots from deep. This is an aspect of his game he's starting to sharpen.
Grizzlies have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. Out to the right wing. Conley against Russell. Conley finds Jackson. Knocked loose. Here's LeVert. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. The pass to Dinwiddie. Passes it to LeVert. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. The Grizzlies shooting well right out of the gates here at around 50%. Here's Temple. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. And the wide open shot from Green. From outside, off the mark. Brooklyn's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Outside, Russell. He kicks to Dinwiddie. Just 3 to shoot. Anderson with the block. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
How about battling through the impact there and then wheeling that basketball in? And you watch Kyle Henderson out there. They call him slow-mo for how he moves on the court. Just one of those jack-of-all-trades type of players on offense, and wasn't known for his defense, but has put in a lot of work to improve in that area.
The Grizzlies making a switch here. Chandler Parsons, who's checked in for Jackson. Caspi comes in for JaMychal Green. Brooks checked in for Garrett Temple. And Andrew Harrison subbed in for Mike Conley. Free throw, good, Anderson. And with Anderson, the defense has been a focus for him the last few seasons.
And even though Anderson doesn't get up and down the floor fast, he still has quick hands and feet. Is being asked to guard some of the top forwards in the league for this team and wants players to try and shoot over him so he can use his length. Considers it a win if his assignment takes a jumper and doesn't get around him.
Now here's Anderson. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Toronto.
And it was a big game for him at the defensive end as well. He never stopped pressuring the basketball, coming up with one steal after another.
Here's Dinwiddie. Offensive rebound. A second chance effort. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Taking a look here at the numbers for Allen. He's been in good form here the last few weeks. He's averaging 6 points a game, 9 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he does the heavy lifting on the glass, throwing himself into the rebounding battle with just complete effort.
Well, you get the feeling he believes every rebound should be his, and most of them are. This guy is putting up tremendous numbers.
And he makes the first. So much of being a scorer is finding ways to get open without the ball, Doris, and there are a lot of guys that do that very well in the league right now.
Well, you think back to guys like Ray Allen, who have retired in the last 5 to 6 years. He was one of the all-time bests. You think back to the Detroit Pistons teams and Rip Hamilton. They set the stage for today's generation. Guys like Klay Thompson and Kyle Korver, who are relentless in their motion and sometimes do it randomly. Outside of the context of the offense, they're just, because they've done it so often, the kind of movement they create puts tremendous stress on your defense.
Now here's Parsons. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game. To the inside, and Carroll gets it to go. Carroll's got his first 2 points.
Well, this is how you make it easy on yourself. DeMarre Carroll gets close position on the interior and makes it easy.
Here's Harrison, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. From long range or short, the small forwards on this list have been on target for the past 10 games, leading their position in field goal percentage. Fourth, Kyle Anderson.
And that is such an efficient group offensively. That really is the best way to describe them. I mean, they never force anything and always wait for the right shot.
You know, in addition to that patience and efficiency, they're each extremely talented natural scorers. They've got the kind of precise form all young players would do well to replicate.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. And here's Napier. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. They trail by 1. Over Harrison. And it's Napier missing. Memphis has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Down low. Parsons trying to break loose. The layup off target.
Boy, a little too casual on the layup. Temporary loss of focus, not good.
Here's Dinwiddie. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. 6 to shoot from past the arc. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Kevin, that's just effective use of the pick and roll, and DeMarre Carroll understands how to cash in.
Harrison kicks to Anderson. Brooks right side. Parsons for 3. Allen with the rebound. Allen's got 5 rebounds tonight. Fires for 3. Misses his second shot in 4 attempts from the field. Brooks the pass to Harrison. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Brooks. Harrison's got the game tied up here for the Grizzlies.
Well, in that individual matchup, the rim is totally unprotected. He's just got too much size on him.
Napier feeling it out a bit. 56 seconds left here in the first quarter. Nothing that time. He's 0 for 2.
That's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
No, exactly, Greg. Especially when the ball is that deep inside. You've got to respect how he altered that shot.
Dinwiddie kicks to Allen. Dinwiddie with the bucket.
I'll tell you, it's hard to deal with Dinwiddie that close to the rim. You cannot mess with his concentration.
Harrison passes to Anderson. Brooks right side. Parsons outside. Here's the 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. Parsons got his first 3 points of the game. Nets trail by 3. Napier up top. 11 points for him in that last game against Utah.
And what a wrecking ball defensively, seen by the 4 steals he had in that game.
Here's Carroll. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Now, did you know, Kevin, that they call DeMarre Carroll the swag daddy because he always dresses to impress? I hear the wardrobe is unreal.
Shooting 2.
That free throw, no good. And he sinks the second. Just 4 seconds left in the first. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. It's the Grizzlies leading by just 2. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. Mike Conley, one of the best players never to play in an All-Star game, and he says he's tired of the underrated label.
The underrated Mike Conley thing has been out the window for me for a while, and it's gotten a little frustrating because I felt like I've been deserving of it over the years, but it's so hard to crack that spot in the Western Conference, and I'm going to keep working, and hopefully this will be the year.
And as he said, in the West, so many great guards.
And he's been a part of some winning teams, certainly, has been in the conversation. He'll just have to be content with that max contract.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. What stands out to you from the Grizzlies in this one?
They're just not sitting back. They are going for steals, and their activity has been terrific.
It has, Greg, no doubt. Love that they've gotten after it on the defensive end. Just continue to put pressure on.
So on the floor to begin things for Memphis here in the second quarter, they've got Jackson. Caspi is out there with Chandler Parsons. Then it's Brooks, and it's Harrison in at the point. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hey, guys. Well, Marc Gasol is the more fiery of the Gasol brothers. Pau Gasol says, I sugarcoat things a little more than Marc. He's more emotional, more direct. And Marc said, when a mistake happens on defense, I know you're not concentrating. I don't allow that. He knows controlling his frustration is important. He says, I'm working on it. Guys?
Part of leadership, DA. Thank you. Here's Dinwiddie after the made shot from Chandler Parsons. And stolen by Parsons. Fast break Memphis. Parsons running. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. A chance here to assess what parts of the floor the attempts have been coming from as we look at the shot chart for the Nets.
And a shot they haven't been looking for very much is that corner three. And when they have, these been quick to kind of close out and deny it, and they've had to get their points from elsewhere.
That free throw, no good.
And Chandler Parsons, a player who's just had some bad luck with injury. You think back to when he was at full health and how impactful of a player he was. Still working to get back to that level, but it's been a long journey for Parsons.
Andre Hollis-Jefferson, he's checked in for Brooklyn. And he's good on the second. And with Parsons, it wasn't that long ago he was a top small forward with his scoring and playmaking.
You know, at one time thought to be the ideal small forward, you know, to give you a little bit of everything on the floor, could get to the rim, could stretch it with the perimeter shooting, and a solid defender. His outside shooting, I think, still there, but the burst that allowed him to get good looks is something injuries may have taken away.
Memphis leading by 5. Here's Harrison. And another miss by Memphis.
The defense not doing its job there. Left him wide open, and I'm sure he's kicking himself for not cashing in.
Napier kicks to Dinwiddie. Now Carroll. He's got 6. Napier. And Jackson with the block. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson. Just 5 to shoot. Carroll with it. Guarded now by Jackson. And Carroll gets it to go.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Parsons on the wing. Kicks it to Jackson. Back to Parsons. Let's go. Rebounded by the Nets.
And that's really a function of the offense not working as it should.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's not how you capitalize on the offensive end. You simply have to be more patient.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Now here's Jackson, and they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. Connects from three-point range.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
Now here's Napier. Defense is right there. He gets that one.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Harrison passes to Caspi. He dents the rim with a two-handed slam. Wow.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Puts it up from 12. Carroll finds Napier. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Doris, when you talk about coaching, aside from wins and losses, how can you gauge if a coach is doing a good job?
Well, you make a great point, Kevin, because if an organization is in a rebuild situation, then winning is almost impossible because you're outgunned and outmanned every single night. So to evaluate those coaches, here are the things I would look at. One, are you maximizing the talent at your disposal? Are your player development skills at such a degree that you're seeing incremental improvement from the guys on your roster? And then ultimately, Kevin, are guys playing hard? Are they competitive every night? Even if the wins don't necessarily show in the box score and at the end of the regular season, the reality is, are you playing hard? Are you competitive?
Kenneth Fareed's checked in for the Nets. Russell comes in for Spencer Dinwiddie. Then for the Grizzlies, JaMychal Green, he's checked in for Caspi. Temple comes in for Brooks. And it's Conley in for Harrison.
Well, you think about the Brooklyn Nets and Kenny Atkinson having a tough task of rebuilding this organization. It is still feeling the effects of the trade that stripped them of so many picks. But give Kenny credit for embracing the challenge and knowing there's a long road ahead.
Here's Davis after Memphis gets the 3. Stolen. Here's Temple. He's guarded by Russell. Poked loose, and that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. You look at the Bucks. A terrific position for them as they hold up that illustrious top spot, but it's a long season, as we all know. And, of course, Brooklyn. 8.5 games behind them.
And right now for Brooklyn, it's early, but we can already say something about them that we couldn't say last year. This may be a team with legitimate playoff hopes.
Here's Hollis Jefferson. 9-point game his last outing, and JaMychal Green picks up the foul. That's his first foul. LeVert's checked in for Napier. On defense, Memphis. Pass to LeVert. He kicks it to Russell. Takes the 3, and it's Kenneth Fareed with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
When D'Angelo Russell has that offensive game working, you just want to play through him.
And so it's Parsons with it. He'll bring it up for the Grizzlies. And they're off to Philadelphia after this game as they'll take on the 76ers. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip. Here's Temple. He's guarded by Russell. Just 5 on the clock. And Temple kicks to Parsons. The 3. Out to Conley. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish. And you got to love just how smart of a point guard Mike Conley is. You never get the sense he is forcing anything with the ball and keeps it moving around to his teammates. Very aware of his spacing and the spacing of others while running that offense.
And Conley, who is so good with space and timing on offense, seems to always find a way to score inside.
I mean, he has that great floater to lean on for scoring. And the only thing you want from Conley is health. Has had a few too many injuries to ignore the last few seasons. This team is so visibly better when he is healthy and on the floor.
A nice shot by LeVert.
At 6'7", Karis LeVert knows how to use that size, especially inside. He knows how to handle himself in there.
And the Grizzlies leading by 3. Conley, the pass to Green. He feeds it to Jackson. Out to Conley. The 3. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. And that's 12 points for Conley.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Pass to Hollis Jefferson. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Temple finds Conley. And stolen by Russell. And the pass to LeVert. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
To me, Karis LeVert has tons of upside. This is a 6'7" guard with an outstanding skill set.
Karis LeVert, a player who executives knew had potential, Doris, but they were scared away on draft day.
Yeah, I think, Kevin, the 3 foot surgeries early in the career had a toll on that. But let's remember, the Nets took a chance, and he has more than shown with the ceiling he has what a good decision that was.
That one is off. And Memphis making a change here. Anderson's checked in. He hits the second from the line. Memphis leading by 5. Conley kicks to Green. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Green's got his second bucket of the game to go. For Brooklyn, they've gone 6 of 9 in the second quarter. Some good work from the field. Russell against Conley. Bounce pass, Russell. Here's LeVert. His scoring has been there on a regular basis. He's averaging more than 14 points a game.
And there's a deceptive strength to the lean frame of Karis LeVert, showing tremendous strength on his way to a tough finish.
Now here's Conley. He's got 12. Passes it to Green. Back to Conley. 6 to shoot. Off target with his 3. Nets trail by 5. Here's LeVert. He has 5. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Back to Russell. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. Michael Conley picks one up.
Guys, just incredible concentration from the crafty guard. D'Angelo Russell, tough to stop.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
One shot, gentlemen.
And for D'Angelo Russell, the former number 2 pick, it's all about developing himself as a player and a leader. Has focused more on the team and less on himself of late, and knows what is expected of him and has to earn every second of floor time.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Here's LeVert. His scoring has been there on a regular basis. He's averaging more than 14 points a game. And last season, Russell had to fight for minutes upon returning from injury.
Yeah, and battles like that help mature a player and really keep them focused. Those are areas where Russell had struggled in the past. I think he and his coach both know it's not easy, but it has already started in making Russell the best player he can be.
Here is Russell. Michael Conley making his last shot. That one's good, and the Grizzly lead is cut down to a single point after the basket from Russell.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
The Nets making a switch here. Allen's checked in. On defense, the Nets to the left side wing. Anderson outside. Shot clock at 5. Here's Temple, and the layup's good off the glass.
And how about the burst in that first step, just right to the rim?
And it's Russell with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Nets. It's a 3-point game. The Nets have made 7 out of 9 when they've stepped to the line.
And you really got to give them a ton of credit for what they've done at the free throw line this season. How about 82% as a unit?
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. Both shots good from the stripe.
Boy, showing a lot more aggressiveness now after making 0 trips to the line in the first quarter.
Memphis has gone for the three-pointers 7 times here in the second and been successful 3 times. Now here's Green. A 26-point game for him in the win against Toronto.
Yeah, Kev, he was a standout on the backboards that night and got a number of big rebounds.
Here's Temple. 5 on the clock. Off the left rim and out. Over to the wing. All alone. Grizzlies with the rebound. Green's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Now, here is Russell. He's got 21. And it's LeVert missing. Stolen by Fareed. 1:51 left to play here in the second quarter. To the right side. A nice shot by LeVert. LeVert's got the lead up to 2 now for the Nets.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Pass to Green. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Memphis shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
And their success rate on the season, right around 77%.
2 shots.
First one falls for him. So for the Nets, Damari Carroll's checked in for Reed, and Spencer Dinwiddie subbed in for Hollis Jefferson. The Grizzlies also changing it up. Caspi, he's checked in for Parsons. Brooks comes in for Kyle Anderson, and it's Harrison in for Garrett Temple. And both free throws good for Green. Here's Russell. He's coming off a 22-point game against Utah. Pass to LeVert. There's 1:17 left in the second quarter. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Carroll. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Carroll's got 10 points.
Well, this is the classic hot hand, right? If he can keep it up, their lead will be safe.
Russell against Conley. Nice D from Russell.
Boy, that's exactly how you have to play defense when he's driving the lane. You cannot give him any space.
There's 38 seconds left now here in the second. It's stolen by Green. Here's Conley. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Nice D from Russell. The pass to Dinwiddie. Kicks it to Carroll. Shot clock at 5. And it's Allen slamming it down.
That's a really nice read by Damari Carroll out of the pick and roll. He sees the progression, reacts, and puts it on time and on target.
A step back shot here. And that one released in time, but no good. D'Angelo Russell getting it done for the Brooklyn Nets. It's been an excellent game for him offensively. He's got 21 points and counting. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, tremendous first half. Glad to have you back. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. Their largest deficit of the period was just 4 points. They were right there within shouting distance the entire time. They found their rhythm in the second quarter and have to be feeling good here at the break, holding on to that 4-point lead. And from what we saw so far from the Nets, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
Well, their reserves showed up tonight, not just on hustle plays, but in points. And that's what you got to do coming off the bench to maximize your minutes.
Shaq, your take on Memphis.
There's no excuse for letting a team drain that many threes on you. Come on, especially at such a high percentage. That means your perimeter defense is weak. They got to close out on the shooters with conviction, even if it creates some weakness inside.
And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take you down to Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to my man Joel.
Joel, what up?
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. It's been a clinic out there with D'Angelo Russell.
Well, they've done a good job of letting the game come to them, and really few forced shots here so far.
I think, Greg, we're seeing a couple things. Terrific play calling, unselfish nature, and quality shooting. That makes for good offense.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. Setting the floor for the Nets. Russell and LeVert in the backcourt. Kenneth Faried is out there with Allen, and it's Hollis Jefferson in at the 3 slot. And there it is for him. Conley's got his team on the board first here in the second half for the Grizzlies. Russell against Conley. Passes it to LeVert. He kicks it to Faried. Here's LeVert. Rebounded by Jackson. Russell against Conley. Here's Temple. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Conley's got his 5th assist in this one.
Outstanding pass. He reads the play as it develops, and his lead pass is absolutely perfect.
Now, here is Russell. Pass to LeVert. 3-pointer. No good on that one. And it's Memphis the other way. No one near Conley as he lets it go. With nobody on him, he buries the jumper. Conley's got 5 points now this quarter. Nets trail by 3. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Deep 2 from Russell. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. Russell's got 23. The Grizzlies have gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. Here's Temple. Fareed defending. And here's Conley outside. Rebounded by the Nets. Russell's got 4 rebounds in this game.
They tried to stay perfect in the half, but 3 for 4 now.
It's rebounded by Memphis. Anderson passes to Conley. And stolen by Russell. Goes up. And the slam dunk by Russell.
Well, when active and engaged on the defensive end, you can see what D'Angelo Russell is capable of.
Memphis trailing here.
Think about this. In his first season away from the Lakers last year, D'Angelo Russell seemed to be a much more confident player. Looked like the number 2 overall pick we expected coming out in 2015.
And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Napier, he's checked in for the Nets. Well, we're into the 3rd quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Jackson gets the bucket. And Russell missing a lot of time before the midway point last year with a knee injury.
Well, I think he knew that he would be called upon to lead the team with his scoring and playmaking ability, and he really stepped up to the challenge. Amazing what a change of scenery can do for a guy.
Lays it up off the glass. Russell's got the game tied up here for the Nets. Memphis has gotten the 3-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. They're 6 of 15. Conley kicks to Anderson. Shot clock at 6. Back to Conley. And stolen by Russell. Count that one. Russell's got 8 here in the quarter.
Well, the quickness of D'Angelo Russell in transition really puts pressure on the defense.
Conley finds Green. Back to Conley. On the wing, Green. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Conley's got 6 assists here tonight.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the results.
The Nets have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Out left to the wing. Russell passes to Allen. Back to Russell. Ball's knocked loose. It's stolen by Green. And stolen by Napier. Stripped away. Fast break Memphis. Here's Temple. And he uses the glass on the layup. And now it's a 3-point Grizzly lead.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
Russell against Conley. Now here's Napier. Shot clock at 5. And the shot no good, a bit short.
Boy, terrific defense to impact the shot, not giving him any space at all.
Temple the pass to Conley. Kicks to Jackson. Over for Reed. Jackson misses.
Yeah, bad shot there. Trust is lacking. You got to be willing to make the extra pass.
I'm not sure why he doesn't continue to move the basketball. Would have served that team much better.
Now here's Napier. He gets it in there.
And just showing you his determination despite the size difference.
I mean, how does he get that shot off? I mean, he had to angle that perfectly to get past the defender.
This is his 2nd trip to the line in this one.
And with an 86% free throw average, you can count on him to come through on most trips.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Ed Davis is checked in for Allen. And Damari Carroll subbed in for Rondé Hollis Jefferson. Free throw drops for Napier. And it's Harrison with the ball for the Grizzlies. Parsons outside. And finished off by Parsons.
Wow, uses his size and guile to finish strong.
The Nets have gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. Brooks against Russell. Floats one, and Jackson with the block. Now Casper. No points in the game yet for him. Pass to Brooks. Three-pointer. Nailed from three-point land. Now it's a 5-point Grizzly lead.
Found a little room behind the arc and didn't wait around. He just let it fly right in your eye.
What a way to do it. And it's in there. Carroll's got 12.
Well, he has the size to be effective inside. Damari Carroll understands how to use that frame to get inside and make shots.
Russell against Brooks. Unloads. And Russell gets it to go. Now just a 1-point Grizzly lead. Memphis has gotten 12 of their points from long range in the third quarter, going 4 of 5 shooting. Fareed against Jackson. Here's Harrison. The teardrop falls in. Harrison's got his second bucket.
Boy, I'll tell you, it takes a lot of confidence to go with the floater. That is not as easy as it looks.
Russell kicks to Davis. Back to Russell. Dinwiddie's checked in for Russell.
Substitution for the Nets. Spencer Dinwiddie.
Dinwiddie passes to Carroll. Here's Dinwiddie. Clock at 4. A 3-ball. Rebounded by Jackson. Jackson's got 4 rebounds in this game. Knocked away. It's stolen by Davis. Now here's Napier. He's guarded closely. The pass to Dinwiddie. And it's good for 2. He's got 8.
Well, Spencer Dinwiddie can make an impact in the painted area. He's got size at the position.
Harrison kicks to Parsons. Deflects the pass and stolen by Napier. Inside. Here's Dinwiddie. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. Dinwiddie's got 10 points. A great competitive game so far.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies. The Nets making a switch here. LeVert's checked in. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. Taking a look at Golden State. They hold the first place spot in the conference just right where they want to be. They've got momentum. And checking out Memphis. Not really any threat right now as their record showing a lot more losses.
And for the Grizzlies, if the season were to end today, they'd find themselves right in the playoff hunt. That's some serious progress for a team that struggled so much of last year.
Now Napier. Following the miss by Chandler Parsons from deep. Fires from 14. The putback.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
The Grizzlies trail by 3. Harrison passes to Parsons. He dishes it to Jackson. Parsons on the wing. He's got 11. Passes to Caspi. Shot clock at 6. Second chance shot, and that'll be Memphis as it goes out of bounds. Grizzlies retain possession. Memphis needs to get off a shot here.
I'll tell you, he hasn't been able to find the mark all night. It's a big reason they're staring at this deficit.
Here's Dinwiddie. 10 points for him. He kicks to Carroll. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From deep three-point range, Harrison with the rebound. The Grizzlies trail by 3. They get a hand on it, and stolen by Napier. And here's the fast break. Pass to Dinwiddie. Carroll with it. All sorts of time. Davis. It's good on the putback. And the Nets lead by 5.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
The feed to Brooks. And Davis sends it back. And so the ball out of bounds. Davis touched it last. .129 left in the third. Harrison scanning the floor. 4 on the shot clock. Pass to Brooks. To end the drought, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Brooklyn leading by 5. Here's Dinwiddie. He's got 10. Stolen by Jackson. Parsons against Carroll.
Next foul. Harris. That's his first personal foul.
Nets on defense. And Caspi kicks to Brooks. Clock at 6. A stupendous finish in traffic. Brooks has got 5 points now this quarter.
And not being as aggressive from the three-point line anymore. They had a lot more attempts in that first half.
Now here's Napier. Not a lot of room. There's the pass to LeVert. Here's Dinwiddie, covered by Parsons. Dinwiddie passes to Napier. Over Harrison. And it comes off the front of the rim.
Well, obviously it's been an off night for him offensively, but give his teammates credit. They've bailed him out. He's still got time to turn it around.
And they pick up 2.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Here's LeVert. Passes it to Napier. Beyond the arc. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. D'Angelo Russell getting it done for the Brooklyn Nets. And his big game just keeps getting bigger. That quarter sees him get over 30 points. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver, and he did just that.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Taking a look at the Grizzlies. Chandler Parsons out there with Caspi. Then it's Brooks. Then it's Conley. And it's Green in at the center position. Hollis Jefferson can't hit.
Well, he hasn't been a big contributor tonight for sure, but it hasn't prevented them from being in a position to grab the win.
To take the lead, and an air ball on that one. Way off. Goes up at the stripe. Parsons with some nice D.
This has been one of those nights where he's really struggled. The team hasn't, but he has.
Conley surveying the D. Parsons dishes to Caspi. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. The Nets with the lead. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Green against Allen. Here's LeVert. And the Nets miss again.
I'll tell you, he's had a tough night. And if you're going to shake out of a slump, he's not going to do it with those kinds of shots.
Nets have gone 0 of 3 to start the fourth quarter. Kicks to Dinwiddie. Nets passing it around. Here's LeVert, guarded by Green. A nice shot by LeVert.
Boy, I love the way Karis LeVert is attacking. This guy is a skilled guard with tremendous speed.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
To the middle. That is good. And the Nets' lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from Mike Conley.
Amazing how he gets this one to go. Size doesn't matter.
What fearlessness, right? He likes to go at taller defenders, and he shows he has what it takes to get it done.
Basket counts. LeVert's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Karis LeVert's a crafty player. This is a guy who knows how to get shots over the interior defense.
Conley finds Caspi. Parsons against Carroll. It's stolen by Carroll. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Again, the Nets for 2.
Well, I'll tell you, excellent job from Hollis Jefferson. This guy's so skilled at getting terrific position down low.
Now here's Conley. He's tightly guarded. And here's Parsons. Knocks it loose. An even 3-on-3 break. Here's Dinwiddie. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5-for-8 night shooting.
Wow, he doesn't make plays like that very often. That's a nice move inside.
Here's Conley. That's in, coming off the assist from Parsons. Parsons got his 3rd assist on the night. Brooklyn leading by 5. Dinwiddie kicks to Carroll. Dinwiddie passes to Allen. Here's LeVert. Fires the 3. And the 3 ball is good.
He hits one in the first half, another here. Not prolific, but the defense has to keep an eye on him.
And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for Memphis. Now a timeout called by Memphis.
Yeah, the amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they got to talk about.
I think they've got to ramp up the pressure. There's no excuse for letting them score at will in the paint. Make them feel you.
Kenneth Faried's checked in for Brooklyn. D'Angelo Russell comes in for Spencer Dinwiddie. Kyle Anderson, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. Temple comes in for Dylan Brooks. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. During that last break, I heard J.B. Bickerstaff talking with his team. He told his team to keep looking for those perimeter shots. He said their defense is not respecting us, so let's keep shooting until they come out on us, guys.
Count that one, and the Nets' lead has been cut down now to just 6 points with that basket from Temple. Brooklyn's gotten a positive outcome on 7 of their 14 three-pointers in this game. Not bad at all. Here's LeVert. Here's Allen. Feeds to Russell. Out to the wing. Here's LeVert. Misses the 3. The Grizzlies trail by 6. Now Casper. Pass to Conley. They double team Conley. Shot clock at 6. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
You two players.
And Brooklyn has possession. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
Boy, plenty of time left in the clock. He needs to keep his poise. That's his 4th foul now.
Brooklyn leading by 6. Russell kicks to Fareed. Back to Russell. And they double up Russell. Stolen by Anderson.
TO number 5 for him in the game, and that's way too high of a number for any one player. Yeah, getting theirs before the defense can set up.
Boy, just a step quicker than the defense, really. Catching them off guard and capitalizing well.
Here's LeVert. Michael Conley making his last shot. Allen passes to LeVert. Out to the right wing. 5 to shoot. Fareed. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
And Kenneth Fareed, an outstanding performance with Team USA in 2014. But, Greg, his minutes have gone down in recent seasons.
Yeah, I mean, he's a great rebounder. He's got all the athleticism you need, but he's not a shooter or a big-time defender. In today's game, you need your big man to do at least one of those two.
The Grizzlies trail by 7. Conley kicks to Temple. Outside, Green. Outside, Conley. He feeds it to Jackson. Clock at 6. Takes the 13-footer. That one off the back iron and out. Brooklyn leading by 7. Hollis Jefferson passes to LeVert. To the middle. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Pass to Fareed. Now the dish to Russell. Lets a floater go. Not going to go that time. Now Memphis takes it the other way. Conley against Russell. To the paint. Here's Temple. They grab their own miss. Conley against Russell. Now here is Conley. He's covered closely.
Yeah, former 4th overall draft pick. Conley took a while to develop physically, but the mental parts have always been there.
2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good, Conley. Second free throw, no good.
And you have to love the way Hollis Jefferson plays on the defensive end. So active with his length and can disrupt an offense single-handedly. The team is visibly better on defense with Hollis Jefferson on the floor.
Now here's Conley. Outside, Green. Conley dishes to Jackson. The kick out to Anderson. The second chance effort, and Fareed sends it back. The pass to LeVert. From 13, Mike Conley grabs the miss. Conley's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And with Hollis Jefferson in his defense, he's not only strong, but he's versatile with whom he can guard.
Yeah, I mean, RHJ has great length, and at 6'7", he can guard almost every position on the floor. Strong on the glass, even though he's often undersized in his matchup. RHJ is anything but an average player. I really love how effective he's become on both ends.
Now here's Jackson, and he makes that one.
A good score inside, and the defense really offering very little resistance.
They've got to be willing to step up. And when it's this close, you just can't let them get easy buckets. Make them feel you a bit.
Here's Fareed. The Grizzlies making the shot. And that one's good. Russell.
Boy, his output has been impressive today, and it doesn't look like he's done cooking just yet.
Right wing. And the upcoming schedule for Brooklyn. On Saturday, they'll take on John Wall and the Washington Wizards. And then on Monday, they'll take on Kevin Love and the Cleveland Cavaliers.
And for that Thunder game, they have that date circled. They love to compete, and they feel they can play very well against that group if they can execute.
The first free throw is good. And so Mike Conley nails both of them. Russell with it. Passes it to LeVert.
Grizzlies foul call. That's his 3rd personal.
Fareed outside. Poke loose. Hollis Jefferson finds Fareed. Just 3 to shoot.
Terrific anticipation by him, and that's why he's out on the court.
The finish, and finished off by Conley.
You know, when Conley's scoring like this, I think they are a better team. I mean, the passing is great, but fill it up, Mike. I'm loving this.
Here's LeVert. Stolen by Jackson. Anderson in the post. To the inside. And stolen by Russell. Here's LeVert. Down low. Allen passes to LeVert. Fareed outside. Top of the key, Russell. Pass to LeVert. Lock at 6. Back to Russell. Fires from deep. It's rebounded by Memphis. Green's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Conley kicks to Anderson. Russell against Conley. To take the lead. Rebound, Brooklyn. Here's LeVert. Russell inside. Covered by Conley. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Michael Conley picks one up.
I'll tell you, proving how dangerous he can be inside. D'Angelo Russell forcing the defense to make a commitment.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss.
What we know about D'Angelo Russell is this guy is a dynamic, aggressive scorer. The key is he's got to extend his minutes playing under control. If he does that, lights out.
He's able to hit the second one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. Timeout called, the Grizzlies. They're trailing by 3. 1:31 left to play in the final quarter. And now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, D'Angelo Russell.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game, and it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
.131 left here in the fourth quarter. Conley against Russell. Conley finds Jackson, and the dunk by Jackson.
Man, this has been fun. I mean, we got two teams dueling down the stretch.
Boy, does it feel to you, Greg, like every single shot is going through the bucket? That's how lethal both of these teams have been late in this one.
So it's Brooklyn now, following the score by Memphis.
Well, outstanding contest on the shot, and then he's positioned perfectly to go after the rebound.
Over in the corner, Conley. 52 seconds left in the fourth. 5 to shoot. They double-team Conley. To the inside. Here's Green. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. And I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
Conley against Russell. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And Memphis called for the foul.
This guy's a shifty player now. D'Angelo Russell adept at using various speeds to keep defenders off balance.
And the Grizzlies making a change here. Harrison's checked in. He drops the first one, and that will put them up by 2. Can't knock it down, and they really needed that one.
And really, if not for the miss, they'd be sitting in a much better position.
And Temple kicks to Anderson to tie it up. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. 2
shots, gentlemen. 2.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. The second of 2 is good. That narrows the gap to 1. They're going to prolong the game here with an intentional foul.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
Gets the first, and that will put them up by 2. And so he drops them both. It's a 3-point game.
Well, it doesn't get much bigger than that. A perfect trip to the line to give them the critical 3-point cushion. What poise.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. They're trailing by 3. 17 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
And right now, you can go for the 2 and then a quick foul or go for the home run.
Well, you've got to be smart regardless of what you choose to do. You shouldn't just heave the 3 if it's not there. Let's see what happens.
And now they foul and stop the clock. He hits the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 5-point game.
Yeah, the crucial part of those free throws is that it now makes it a 2-possession game.
And so it's Memphis with it. Jackson kicks to Harrison. Gets the 3 to fall. 8 seconds left in the game. And now they foul and stop the clock.
Shooting for Brooklyn. Karis LeVert. 2 shots.
And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaker. He's able to hit the second one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. 7 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
And a chance here to send it to overtime.
A clean 3 is the only play.
And so it's Brooklyn who scrapes by with the win. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal it.
And there are so many times when you see these tight games won at home, that advantage of having that crowd behind you oftentimes is the ultimate X factor.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.